Welcome everyone to this SpeakerX session. And today we have a very sincere someone who speaks less, but whose action speaks way louder than her voice. Someone who is very sincere when it comes to implementing things, taking your journey, your practice to the next level. Dr. Dipali Chopde from Mumbai. Okay, so welcome, Dr. Dipali. Good morning, and your first thoughts.
Hello, sir. I'm a little bit overwhelmed, and thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And I'm really very much grateful to have you as my mentor.
My pleasure, and thank you so much. And I'm so happy to see you as Speaker X, because it has been a long time you are associated with our community, and it's a wonderful to see you here. So I'm also so happy to have you here as a Speaker X, because guys, those of you who don't know, Speaker X is a series where I interview and decode the practice growth principles with our own participants, our own community members. Okay. And, uh, those who have implemented our teachings, those who have been very active part of this community, and those who achieve wonderful results. Okay. When it comes to growing the practice, whether it is 2x, 4x, 6x, 8. So whatever. So we have seen people's practices going up like 5, 10, 12 times as well. Okay. And Dr. Dipali is definitely one of them. So I just want you to introduce yourself first, formally, because I'm sure many people might not be knowing where do you practice, how many years you are into it, and so on.
Yes, sir. My name is Dr. Dipali Tambatkar, and I have done my BDS from Naya Dental College in the year 2002. And then for 2 years, I was doing locum, and then I started my own practice in 2004 in Kalyan City near Mumbai. Over to
Okay.
you, sir.
So since 2004, you are practicing, right?
Yes,
So
sir.
it has been like 20 plus years now, 20 years into practice,
Yes,
and
sir. 24.
wonderful. So in the initial years, what type of experience you had as a dentist? What kind of practice you had? What kind of mindset you saw for the people, and so on?
So basically, in initial years, it was good. My practice was good, growing every year. But after some point, like being a graduate from Naya Dental College, I had a mindset like, I don't need anything. I have a good domain skill. But after some years, like maybe after a decade, I was feeling the stagnation period. For almost 2, 3 years, my revenue was not growing beyond one fixed point. And I was like, what can be done more? So for more revenue, what can be done? Like for more revenue, you need more patience. More patience is more timing, clinic hours, more hard work. And I was not ready for that because of the kids growing. एंड आई थॉट कि डेंटिस्ट कितना ही कर लेंगे क्योंकि एक दिन में वन डे डेंटिस्ट कैन डू अ स्पेसिफिक number of patients. He can't go beyond that. So there will be limitations in revenue also for other dentists also. So I thought कि this is the scenario everywhere. And eventually I was losing interest in practice. There was no enthusiasm. Staff issues was there time. No regulations. So staff leaving, yeah, staff taking leaves was a big headache. And then COVID hit, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to go in a private practice again because I don't want to manage myself like inventory, staff, patient, and expenses, all of this. So I was thinking to quit my practice and start with some corporate job, not dentistry, but private practice. That's it.
Oh, now look at this, guys. Somebody who is practicing for say 16 years till the COVID time, okay, saw all everything in the private practice. 15, 16 years is a big time. Okay, you see every side of the table, and as a practicing dentist in a private practice, whether you have a single chair or a two-chair practice, whatever, you classically start getting the feeling that you cannot grow beyond a point. Okay, you start getting the feeling that what is the upper limit of dentist making money, or how much you will make beyond a point, how many patients you can do in a day, okay, in a day, in a week, in a month, whatever. And there is a limit to the number of patients you can do. There is a limit to the money you can make. There is a limit to the practice that you can grow. By the way, yeah, so Archana says it's my story. By the way, how many of you think it is your story? Type me in the chat box, okay? Because I'll tell you what, it is not just your and my story. It is the story of almost every private practicing dentistry. Okay? Simply because the biggest challenge is we learn our clinical skills, as Dipali says. Okay? We learn our clinical skills in our dental schools. The point is, we start implementing it. So our practice starts from zero when you start practice. So whatever money you make, you're happy with it. Okay, because I still remember when I started practicing, okay, my first month's collection, I was not even 23 years of age when I started practicing. My first month's revenue was more than my dad's salary. And he was already into the job for 26 years when I started practicing. And I was like, oh shit, I am so great. मैं तो बहुत महान हूँ. Now think about it. Like my dad was into, government job for 26 years. And after all the hard works and ups and downs of 26 years, I made more revenue in the first month itself than him. So in the beginning, you are like, I am the boss. Life is sorted. मेरे को तो सब कुछ आता है. I know everything. But the point is, once that point of saturation comes, okay, and it's not that you are wrong or you don't know things. It is only because you know your stuff well, you have reached from zero to somewhere. Okay, but the problem starts after reaching that somewhere. Okay, you reach to that plateau, you reach to that point of saturation where now your expectations grows, your expenses grows. Okay, your raw material cost, your salary, everything grows, your lifestyle grows. The only thing that doesn't grow is your revenue. And there come the stage of stagnation. And this classically happens to almost every practicing dentist. There comes that phase of stagnation. And I'm so happy that so many of you can actually relate to what I'm saying. Okay? Because trust me, it's a classic story of every practicing dentist. There comes that stage, and beyond which you just don't know what to do. You just don't know what to do. Whatever comes your way, you try it. Things work sometimes little bit, but again, like that ECG, it's more or less same. And that phase of stagnation is a very painful phase. And the worst thing is, nobody has ever taught us what to do next when you are stuck in the chakravyuh. चक्रव्यूह में घुसना तो आता है, निकलना नहीं आता, और हम सबका अभिमन्यु हो जाता है. And once you become Abhimanyu, you literally, like, imagine the kind of mindset which Dipali must be having during that COVID time, when a 16-year-old practitioner just think of stopping the private practice and doing some good corporate job with her good experience and good domain skills. Okay? So, how did you break that chakravyuh?
Sir, I was with you since last 2013. I knew her knew you as when you were writing the articles for IDA Times. They were very powerful and yet very simple to implement. And then I joined your Dentexcel course, 2-day course in 2014. So I was in your community since then in WhatsApp group. And on 15th August 2020, when you conducted a webinar, so I attended it on Facebook, and I instantly jumped into it. Then first, initially, I enrolled for the silver. Then after 3 days for the gold course, and then eventually C3 diamond course.
Okay.
So,
Then what happened?
yeah. when I joined your course, so it gave me conviction. Actually, silver course was very powerful. It gave me the direction to my practice, and then in the main game changer was the gold course, the Dentathon cycle. So when I enrolled for the Dentathon cycle, that time I had in my old practice single staff working, and I was not able to implement all the action steps what you were mentioning in Dentathon cycle. And whenever you put up a Google form for the contest or winner, I used to feel sad that I'm not able to do. But I got the opportunity to shift to a bigger space, and I had a scratch work like from start I have done, and I full on implemented the Dentathon cycle and action steps. And after that, I was the winner of that cycle. I implemented everything. The beauty of the Dentathon is like it makes you implement many things which was pending for many years. Like for 10 years, I was thinking to have some system in my clinic or some hospitality, or never thought of having all these things. And it happened eventually because of only Dentathon.
Okay,
So
wonderful.
massive
Yeah,
value addition. Yeah. There are many things to say, but
that's why you are here for. Come on, go ahead.
yes. So because of Dentathon, I could implement many things. I never dreamed to have my own website, clinic website, but I have an everything logo. I have hired a designer for my logo, interior, color theme, based interiors, all everything. So there was massive addition in my practice, and within couple of weeks, so a couple of months after starting my new practice, I can see the 50% increment in my revenue without any efforts, I can say. It was, yeah, I didn't saw like it is coming, but when I see the results, so it was coming. And after, say, within 6 months, I can see that revenue jump to 2x.
Okay, wonderful. So this is the power of, getting the right direction, I would say, actually. Okay. So see, you are willing to implement, you are sincere, you're there to, do things. But as I told you, nobody tells you actually, that how to move out of that chakravyu, how to move out of, how to break that shackle, go to the next orbit. Okay. So those of you who have seen that movie Mission Mangal, you just need that extra force to go to the next orbit, and when you go to the next orbit, you get the results absolutely effortlessly. Okay, growing the practice by 50% without even knowing it, that's how it works. Okay, and as Dr. Dipali rightly said that those of you who are silver members, let me tell you, silver level gives you lot of powerful foundational stuff. Okay, if you go through every single video, every single course, you will understand so many things which you need to work on. Okay, and the real game changes when you become gold or diamond and eventually the diamond member, simply because you actually put yourself in a very systematic action mode. Okay, as she said, and I've seen this for hundreds of participants who are gold and diamond members, that you land up implementing things effortlessly. Okay, without doing too much of effort, without getting too overwhelmed, in a very systematic way. Things which you wanted to implement for months, for years, happens in literally weeks. Okay, so that is what a systematic action brings to your practice. And once you do that, you start getting the results literally. And as she said that, the practice literally went up by 50% within few months, a couple of months, and practice doubled within 6 months and so on. So that's how it goes. So eventually, now you did Life Excel also. You're a leader also in Life Excel. Okay, team leader as well. So how your Life Excel journey happened?
Yeah, Life Excel played a very major role for shifting my mindset. Like, will I be able to do? Yes, I can do. And being a senior practitioner, it was difficult to break my patterns. Like, will I be able to do? ये कैसे करेंगे? ये थोड़ी होता है, ये नहीं चलता है. But then I challenged myself to make it for the growth mindset. Like, yes, I can do it, and I want to bring my true potential. So Life Excel, every aspect, whatever I was previous, like before MDF or before Life Excel, I am totally changed. I am better version than the previous one. I have much knowledge and I'm still in learning phase. The better part is like I want to learn more and more.
Okay. So the best thing about, as Dipali said about Life Excel is it actually changes your mindset completely. Okay. And it's very simple. I keep on talking about this so many, like in fact, every single time, whether it is Life Excel or our MDF course, that the only thing you need to work on is your mind. Very simple. Okay. The only thing you need to work on is your mind, because your practice is reflection of your mind. Your life is reflection of your mind. Your financials, your balance sheet is reflection of your mind. So the only thing you need to work on is your mind. So Swagat has a question. What is your core, ma'am? What does it mean actually? What exactly you want to ask, Swagat? You can just elaborate the question. So meanwhile, so if I ask you, the top few things that helped you to shift this mindset and change the results in your practice, what would be the top two, three, four things which you would say really change your game actually?
Talking about the MDF course, the powerful, or I can say the best element of MDF course is the online sessions. I have religiously attended all the online sessions, maybe ICM, Dentathon cycle or C3. I've attended everything, be it repetitive, I have attended everything. So it kept me in this zone, kept me in action mode. So it was very much helpful that the buddy system is a very good thing. So we connect to the buddy, we know where we are, what is, we get an extra push from him. So it is that thing. And then the positive mindset, like, and if any phase is there, like if it is not going according to you, just hang on, be there, and it will pass. So many things I'm implementing, like I said, being in action mode. Always I look for new things, and my mindset has changed. Whenever I go for shopping or anywhere, I just look for, can I buy anything for my clinic or for my staff, anything like that. And as per my color theme, I go for that only. As my color theme, clinic color theme is yellow, so always I buy any stuff for yellow thing. So I can say the mindset has shifted totally, and it has given me more power. And I truly want to be the best version of myself every year.
Okay, wonderful. So the real strength, and as she very rightly said, is attending the live sessions. So those of you who are silver members, never miss any of the ICM Inner Circle Masterclass sessions. Those of you who are not part of this community, maybe watching this on YouTube, please become part of this powerful community. You will never find an absolute mind-blowing group of dentists anywhere in the country apart from this. Trust me, I'm not joking. Okay. Those of you who are not gold and diamond members, it's an absolute no-brainer that you take your journey to the next level. Somebody asked, what should I do after MDF? You just become diamond gold member and you go to the next level. Because see, online sessions actually keeps you in the right environment, the environment of growth. I always say we are a group of people who have the growth mindset, not the survival mindset. With so much of competition around, a lot of dentists I see, they leave with the survival mindset ki bas this month passed, now how the next month will. Okay, so that's a big problem with a lot of people struggle for survival. I always believe that you should always have the growth mindset. When you have the growth mindset, the survival comes naturally, automatically. Okay, so the only thing is working on your mind, being in the right environment, because your environment is always more powerful than your willpower. Okay. So as you keep on working on your mind, you need the conducive, productive environment to expand your horizons. Okay. And this community is that best horizon for you. So there is a question which is repeatedly getting asked. How did you manage the kids' home clinic? So classic for all girl dentists, the super ladies here. Okay. Yes. Your thoughts.
Yes, it was difficult when I was conceiving or when I delivered a kid. But I didn't left my practice for a single month. I continued till my due date, and after delivery also. Because I had a passion for dentistry, I was doing that those years. So I got support from my family as well. So it was easier for me to do that. Not easier, but I could do that. Yeah, there were tears in my eyes sometimes when I was to leave my kids, but I did. And dentistry is a boon. Like we can manage our timings according to our kids. So flexible timing. Like I worked one time someday. I worked according to their school timing. So it was very much manageable.
Okay,
Now
wonderful.
I can say it is easier, but that time it was very haphazard and messy.
Yeah, that's fine. In fact,
Anyone can connect with me for more details, like any female dentist wants.
okay. So don't worry. Success is always messy, let me tell you. Nobody gives you a red carpet welcome. Come and become successful. It never happens. Okay. Success is always messy. Creation is always messy. So those of you who have built your house, those of you who have done your interiors, the things are actually very messy, right? But when it gets created, when it you go to the finish line and you look back and you're like, wow, I did a good job. So don't worry. So whenever you go through the phase, it's never elegant, it's never straightforward, it's never wow. Okay. But that's why it is probably said, what you go through, you grow through. Okay. Very, very important. What you go through is you grow through. Now, Dipali, in a very subtle way, gave you, a lot of inputs. Like sometimes she did only half day clinic, or sometimes she did clinics as per her kids' school times. Because, sometimes that's also essential, that's also required. So when your kids are very, very small, that's how you should adjust. But one thing which she said very nicely was, no matter what, I didn't give working up. I was working till my due date. Okay. And then as early as possible after the delivery, I rejoined the clinic again. A lot of people take a very big gap. Okay. And let me tell you, the bigger the gap you take, the lesser you feel going back to the practice. Okay. And you get trapped into that, and you just cannot come out of that, that mother wala mindset. And the worst part is your family members also does not get used to you going to clinic while your kid is at home and so on. Okay. So if you want their support also, you need to give them that push, that opportunity, that force, so that they have to support you. They also don't have any option. But if you stay home for 6 months, the problem will be, they know you will take care of your kid. And when you start working, it becomes a burden for them. It becomes difficult for them because they were not used to it from day one. I hope you are getting my point. Okay. Look at this. Bhavya says, I wish I knew this earlier. I took 8 years gap. That's the problem, because you think my son is not yet, in the schools. He's just in KGs. And abhi se to first mein gaya hai. And that's the dangerous thing. Okay. Never do that. Because I'll tell you what, the most powerful thing, every member in your family will get used to live with handling, with that add-on responsibility towards your child. But if you're at home, nobody will do that. Only you have to do it as mother. All girls, remember this forever. Okay. Nice. So you continued.
What
Yeah.
to add one thing, yeah.
Go
Like I
ahead.
was the younger child of my parents, so I decided that I will not give the responsibility of my kids to my parents. So I decided from start, like, so when my kid was 6 months old, I started keeping them in crash. So that was a tough part, but now I can recollect and feel nostalgic about it. So it was all because of my crush lady that I could do this. I got very nice lady to look after my kids. So it was possible because of them, and the parents was also there.
Okay, wonderful. Right. So, see, you ask for support, you get support. Very simple. If you don't ask for it, you don't get it. Okay. So, from 2020, the COVID came, the game changed for you as well. So how much practice growth you have seen in the last 4 5 years?
As I started with Dentathon, I now expanded the clinic as per the action steps. So I have been seeing the growth. Since last 1 year, I have taken a break. I mean, break not. I'm not left the practice, but I'm little low because of my daughter's board exam. My one daughter was in 10th and one daughter was in 12th. So till 2024, I have seen the practice like 4x practice I have seen. And every year I break that new high.
Oh, wonderful. So 4 times practice growth, guys. Managing two teenage daughters, managing the house, managing the clinic. Okay, 3 4 years, 4 times practice growth is a wonderful thing. It's a good achievement, and I'm sure now you have a bigger practice, you have an expanded practice, you have all things set. Okay, and now the best part is she has put the practice on back seat just because her daughters are in 10th and 12th standard, and that is a very good thing, because life is all about priorities. Now if your kids are in 10th and 12th, naturally they becomes your priorities. Okay, so इतना प्रैक्टिस ग्रोथ का क्या करेंगे, अभी तो सिर्फ 4 गुना बढ़ा है. ओके, so those of you, like, I Hemang, I keep on getting a lot of such comments कि इतना दौड़ के क्या करोगे, इतना पैसा कमा के क्या करोगे, and kind of. So मेरे को तो वो एक शेर याद आता है, मैं आप लोगों को सुनाता हूँ एक्चुअली. ओके, I'm sure many of you might have already listened to that, कि मेरे अरमानों का असली इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है, जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है. ओके, मेरे अरमानों का असली इम्तिहान अभी बाकी है, जिंदगी की असली उड़ान अभी बाकी है, अभी तो नापी है मुट्ठी भर जमीन, सारा आसमान अभी बाकी है. Okay, so that's how you should always be. Always remember. See, and you do all this. I'll tell you what, you do all this not just for the sake of making money. I always say this. You do this to explore your true potential. As human beings, we have so much of potential within ourselves. Okay, so much, trust me. And you should be absolute passionate about this. I'll tell you, you don't do it for the sake of money, you don't do it because you want to prove something to the world or somebody. You do it because you can. You do it because if you don't do it, there will be that part of the gift which only you can give to this world will be left unwrapped. Okay, so you do it because you can add value, you do it because you have something which others don't have. And so it's just a 4x practice growth for her. After this year, once her daughters are on their way, okay, with their flying wings, all you have to do is to just take it to the next level. So somebody asked already, so what's the future plans for you?
My future plans, because of you, sir, and I could do the charity, and I haven't like for this clinic, so I want to grow my practice and I have to explore my true potential, like not for others, but I for me. Like I want to prove myself to me, like what I can do. So that is the thing. And because of the charity and all these things, I have a financial goal for the charity, giving back to the society as well. When I never thought before this, like 2020, I never thought, दूसरों का क्या सोचना है, खुद का करो. But now, because of the financial earning and financial freedom, we can think like giving back to the society is more important. Like when you are not there, your thought should be there.
Oh, superb. What an amazing thought, right? Isn't it? So, and trust me, I always say this again, the society we live in and our parents are the ceiling above our head. And you realize the importance of both only when they're gone. So, it is so important that the society where we live in should also be healthy. I'll tell you what, if the society is not prosperous, will not be able to live peacefully, will not be able to grow, will not be able to expand our own potentials and limitations. So you must take care of the society, and one of the best way is to do whatever you best you can for the underprivileged people who are less fortunate than you. So that's the only reason we keep on talking about charity all the time in our sessions. Okay, So very good thought. I'm so happy. Already 4 times practice growth in last 4 5 years. Practice sorted, already on delegation mode. Things in place. Family is in place. All set for the next level with wonderful thoughts. So congratulations to you once again. And before we conclude this speaker X session, your parting thoughts, your message, whatever you want to share to our fellow dentists.
What I have followed is like I followed you, sir, blindly. Like being a senior practitioner, it was difficult to change the old patterns, as I said. But I followed you blindly. Whatever you said, I did as you said. Like इतनी आदत हो चुकी है कि अभी आपके डायलॉग या आपके वर्ड्स भी घर पे भी सुनने में आते हैं, क्लिनिक में भी स्टाफ को भी सुनने में आते हैं. लाइक एक प्रवचन शुरू हो जाता है. And yes, I will always say कि just blindly follow your mentor. Don't put head into it because just surrender to the process.
Oh,
And
wonderful. Yeah,
the
yeah. Please go ahead.
yes, sir, you continue.
No, no, no. You finish, then I'll continue.
Okay. And the MDF community, I want to talk about the MDF community. I've never seen such community what you have created. Like, I don't know what vision you had that time. You are a big visionary, I maybe saying this, because I have attended many conferences, many CD sessions, but we can't see any community where the other dentist is helping you to grow your practice or giving you solutions, giving you ideas. And I will not, I don't think there will be any other community like this. So you have made a very powerful community. We got new friends, like bonding is great. So people should join this for it. And course तो है ही sir. And I said like I dent excel किया था मैंने 2 दिन का, but I got motivated and again I was back to myself. Like it didn't stay for longer, that course, but this MDF course is with me in my nerve, I can say. So that is the thing. And lastly, and most importantly, one thing I have to share, like have your breakthrough goal and aspirational goal. Like don't settle for less, dream big, and explore your true potential.
Oh, superb. Very, very powerful, isn't it? So, sir, ma'am, so very, very powerful. As she said, become part of this community, because I already told you, you will never find this kind of community anywhere outside, okay, where people actually want you to grow. ओके अदरवाइज तो सारे डेंटिस्ट एक दूसरे की टांग खींचने के लिए बैठे, हाँ, एक दूसरे को नीचा दिखाने के लिए बैठे. So this is a very powerful group to be in. Make sure that you are there, and if you are not there in Life Excel, it is the even next level, okay, where you have your buddy, your leaders, your team, your super leaders, your online sessions, your offline sessions, and it just go to the next level. If you keep yourself in the right environment, you don't just grow professionally, but you grow personally as well to the whole new level. And as she said, follow the mentor blindly, follow the process blindly. Make sure that you read and write your breakthrough and aspiration goals. Don't big, don't dream small. Okay. The world is talking about Donald Trump. Let me end this session with one of his quotes. Donald Trump always says, always, you have to think anyways. Why don't you think big? Okay. So keep thinking big. And with this, let's conclude this wonderful Speaker X session. Congratulations to you, Dr. Dipali. And as I always say, abhi to napi hai mutti bhar zameen, sara asman abhi baki hai. For you also, I wish and pray that you keep on shining, going to the next level. Make yourself, your family members, dental fraternity, and this wonderful community proud for all. Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much
so much.
for being part of this wonderful session.